looking for books and videos to buy. Head to Dylan the Dragon, cause he is the guy.
Hashtag Dylan the Dragon Amazing Adventures Limited for all your book and video needs.
Story 3. A very bouncy kangaroo called Kevin. Kevin was a very bouncy kangaroo, the bounciest in his entire region. Kevin was bouncing along one day when he came across a new sign. Entrance needed for Olympics. Kevin knew he had always wanted to be something more, but never knew what. Now he had seen the sign and he knew that he was definitely supposed to enter the Olympics. So Kevin bounced in the direction of the tent for the Olympics, which was just a small distance away. After Kevin had entered his name at the sign-in desk, he was entered into his first event, gymnastics. Kevin was quite excited about this event. He had been practicing his floor routine just outside his house for some time now, and everybody had been telling him to stop dancing around. Now was his time to show them that all of his practice was not a waste of time. Kevin stepped up to the edge of the mat nervously, ready to perform. He performed his routine very well. The scores for the other two entrants had not yet been announced, although they had just put the results on the board. Kevin the Kangaroo, 7. Keith the Koala, 3. Samuel the Snake, 8. Kevin was in second place with only 2 events remaining, including his favorite, hurdles. Next up was tree climbing. "Oh no," said Kevin. He wasn't looking forward to this event as he had never climbed a tree before. He stepped up to the tree and waited for the bell to chime. And Kevin's time had started. Halfway into the event, Kevin had still not even made it to the first branch where he would pick up some points. He kept trying to climb the tree, but his arms were too short. His time was nearly up, so he tried to jump to the branch instead. He reached it and climbed on top just as the bell chimed again to signal the end of the event. Kevin sighed. Glad the event was over. The scores were coming in again, and Kevin couldn't look as he knew he had not done well in this event. Finally, it was time for his favorite event, hurdles. Kevin stood at the starting line, waiting for the starting gun. And he was off. Before Kevin knew it, he had finished the race. When the scores came up, his name was flashing. He had gotten the new world record time, getting him a maximum of 10 points for this event. Kevin was very excited now, hoping that this event would make up for his poor performance in the tree climbing. The final result for third place was announced as Keith the Koala. Everybody clapped and cheered for Keith and his great effort. The results for second place would come in next and were about to be announced. "In second place," said a voice on the main speakers. A long pause was held before the announcer said, "Samuel the Snake." Kevin leaped for joy, knowing now that he had won the Olympics. Kevin was very pleased to have won and was presented with a shiny trophy. Kevin knew he would treasure this trophy forever, and it always reminded him of what he could do if he really wanted to. The end.